What's up? Hate to send you a joke this morning, but to some people it's afternoon, some people it's evenings. But let's get into it, shall we? Trevor Ariza, NBA great, who him and his he's always been a wingman, a guy who's always been exceptionally good at being that co-pilot to step through and do the hard work and the hard jobs that need to be done when they needed to be done. And nothing more can be said than this. You have a situation where guys need for somebody to step up and be that guy that closed the door. Trevor Ariza's been that guy that won a championship with the Lakers. He was traded right after that for Ron Artest, but he gave great defense, played that role to perfection, had a great run with the Washington Bullets after being with the Houston Rockets. It was something else when they got Trevor Ariza from Washington and all that stuff. Things started to turn around for them. They needed a guy who could play some defense. It was kind of long, hit some threes in the clutch to kind of alleviate the scoring off people. And now in Houston, they miss him. They miss him and a couple other guys who played very key roles in their success last season. Um, Moving right along, Trevor Ariza is one of the reasons Trevor Ariza is one of the reasons that he is, you know, uh, they got to the furthest they've ever gotten last year. He's one of the main reasons. Now in Phoenix, let me give you the whole soup. I was kind of waiting till everybody got here, but the way now, here's the news. Just so that you would know, you have a situation in which Trevor Ariza last season switched agencies. JJ Redick and a couple other characters, they changed their agencies. So he signed with CAA, one of the biggest basketball agencies there are. Very good at representing their clients. Also very good with working with the Golden State Warriors. Just to say that. Not like they don't work with every NBA team, but they have a very good relationship with the Golden State Warriors staff. Keep that in mind. We're going to revisit all of this. Now, he wanted a 4-year deal worth $48 million. That's what they were looking at. A possible 3-4 year deal for $48 million for Trevor. Nobody wanted to pay that money. But the Phoenix Suns offered him the most money to get that done for them. CAA is very good with working on the West Coast too, on that belt line. They got $15 million for 1 season for Trevor Ariza. $15 million for 1 year for Trevor Ariza. I thought that was way too much money for Trevor Ariza's services. For 1 year, $15 million. He took the deal, and his agent basically said, "This is for you to go You're not going to win a championship or anything, but you're going to get your money. And the big teams, they're going to need you. Once everybody see that they need Trevor Ariza, believe me, they're going to come crawling. So now the situations has gotten to the point where Phoenix know they're going to lose Trevor Ariza. They signed him for the 15 million because they knew they weren't going to keep him past the All-Star break. Because you're not going to resign Trevor Ariza. He's not going to want to stay in Phoenix. It's just not him. He wants to contend. So what he's going to end up having to do is be moved. Now he's going to be moved before the All-Star break. And there's already teams that are interested in working out deals. These things have been going on behind the scenes for the past 2 days. Now that the Lakers have gotten wind of what's going on, because nothing stays a secret in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors have the lead in the situation. He's more interested in joining the Golden State Warriors than he is going to deal with this experiment in Los Angeles. LeBron them has also showed great interest in him all of a sudden. But LeBron wants to get Carmelo Anthony. Like, I think we should get Carmelo a look, because Melo still got something. The rest of the Lakers have to be convinced of that. So that's where we are with it. Will he go back to the Lakers where he won his lone championship? Or will he go to Golden State? Now, the Golden State Warriors, they're missing that score on the wing. They have defensive players, but they're missing a backup scorer that could come in and deliver when they need to off the bench. That guy who could stretch it out consistently. They have a lot of pieces they can move. And losing Jones is going to make them a lot vulnerable. And then they run into spouts where they can't score. They need somebody to come in and fill that gap. Ariza's not in. This is likely his last contract years. He's got about 2-3 more years of basketball left. So he signed with this new agency to make sure he gets the most and the maximum out of his deals. No State Farm commercials for him anymore. Tell me why. It's a lot of teams that want to pick him up. OKC called this morning. They called at 9 o'clock, like 7 o'clock this morning. The Oklahoma City Thunder called to inquire about Trevor Ariza. Oh, the Lakers want to get him just to keep him from going to Golden State. But who the Lakers are going to give up? They're already very thin as far as time, as roster spots. They have so many guys. Only person they could really move, the only person they could really move is Brandon Ingram. Now, do you want to give up Brandon Ingram for Trevor Ariza? Because next year, will you be able to sign Trevor Ariza? You're going to have to get Trevor Ariza to stay for half a season. So you're only going to have him for this half a year. See the Lakers are fooling you. See, the Lakers are trying to fool all of you. They're trying to make you think that they're going to lose this on purpose. The Lakers are going to concede this season. And then next year, they're going to come back and hit them with a bang. We're going to have all our players next year. It's not going to be the case. Here's the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is this. They won't get Trevor Ariza. I think Trevor will be a Golden State Warrior. That's my honest opinion. But the truth of the matter is this. LeBron James, now he's talking about we want Carmelo Anthony. Like he would welcome Melo coming to the team. They already have enough people. Ingram, them, they don't want. Kyle Kuzma, these dudes, they don't want Melo on the team. Not because they don't like Melo and they want to be against LeBron. Any new person that comes in is taken away from their minutes. They already complaining about time and minutes and who's on the court. Have you seen Stevenson play more than 3-4 minutes now a game? Stevenson's hardly getting any tick at all. But here's the thing. Who are the Warriors going to give up? That's the key. A lot of people think they're going to give up Livingston. Never. You don't give up Livingston. But Livingston hasn't been providing that spark that he normally does. You don't give up him or Iggy. McCall, I don't even know if he's part of the team. Is he still there? Where is McCall? I think what you do, simply is, in simple words, what needs to be done and what you need to do is you need to change the wheel a little bit. Turn the wheel a little bit away from all of the negativity, all the nonsense. Turn that away and look at it from a business standpoint. If you're the Golden State Warriors and this is your last year and you want to contend and you want to get that last piece that you think you're going to need, I think the Warriors are going to pick up Ariza because they don't want Ariza to go somewhere else. Because they remember what Ariza was doing to them in the playoffs. They don't mind him being in Phoenix. They don't want him guarding their players. They remember what Ariza and them was having success defensively against their team. So I don't think they want to go up against Ariza or have him on the Lakers or something. Because the Lakers are trying to fool the masses. They're pulling the wool over everyone's eyes to act like they're just going to concede this season. No, they're waiting till the All-Star break. That's what they're doing. They're waiting till the All-Star break. And once this All-Star break hit, you know what they're going to do? Start getting AD over there. Now you got LeBron and AD. Pick up some veterans. And they going to make a run. They trying to get there. AD will be a Laker. He's going to the Lakers. That's already done. Who's going to be the second guy? That'll be the question. But he's going. I think him and Clay will be there next year. But as of right now, they got to get AD this year while the season's still going. Because if you don't New Orleans is the dumbest team in existence because if AD is still there at the end of the season, that means that he's signing back with New Orleans. They better come up with some way to try to make him feel good about losing $77 million. Shoot, I mean, sorry, $88 million. I cut him off 10. What they gonna say? You gonna stay there and not win a championship? I'll be screw that championship. I ain't giving up $88 million for nobody. He shouldn't.
Lucky for you, she's not feeling too thirsty today. I don't think you get it yet. So I'm going to break it down for you. You get 3 choices.
You got 3 choices.
1, you wind up on the spike and you work for me as a dead man. 2, you get out of your cell, you work for points, but you're going to wish you were dead.
RG3 goes to Supercut. They will be ranked in the dynasties. But here's the thing. The Golden State Dynasty is one that was created through draft. You see, they pick up veteran players, but they team develop. They came out of nowhere because they had the talent. They developed the talent. Clay, Dre, Steph, Harrison Barnes, all of those 4 came out of the draft. Everybody had a chance to get them and pass. Steph Curry was supposed to be a New York Knicks, and the Golden State Warriors took him right before the Knicks picked him up. Steph was supposed to be a Knick. They had already had their apartment in New York scouted because the Knicks already said they was drafting him. So they got shafted. They got shafted. Steph Curry would have been a Knick. Barnes wasn't there no more, but he was there when they won a championship and went back and won 73 games, 73-9. So what you talking about? He's not part of the dynasty? See, LeBron don't want to trust the draft. He wants to go ahead and grab players that's already good and put them all on a team because he don't know how to develop talent. He don't know how to work with people and get them better. Well, I had to come out. This video wasn't even scheduled, but this is the hot breaking news right now. A lot of people are not really on it like they should be, but they'll get on it later. They'll start following the trend in a minute. But telling you now, Trevor Ariza is in play. No, OKC is trying to pick him up. And if Robinson was healthy, I would have got rid of Robinson a long time ago and got him to Phoenix. But I don't think so. I don't know who OKC is going to give up. But OKC want him. They called this morning. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning to contact James Jones and inquiring about Trevor Ariza. Normally, when these things start rumbling like this, is because the agent that represents them, because you guys probably got here late and didn't hear what we were saying, he switched agencies last year. He's with CAA. That's who represents him. They represent JJ Redick. And right away, they were looking to get him a deal, 4-year deal for $48 million. And I think nobody really wanted to take him for that much. And he couldn't get that kind of deal somewhere. And next thing you know, I think somebody offered him a 4-year deal. So they might have, whatever. They saw a better deal in Phoenix. 1 year, $15 million. Can't beat that. That's 15 in the bag, no matter what. Plus, his agent said, look, after this, you're a free agent. You can go anywhere you want in this market. After you serve that 1 year with them, you get to pick which team is doing what. You can go and get that money. Because with Phoenix, you could light it up. You could put up the points. You can get your stats up. People be, man, Trevor Ariza still got it. So this is a good place. Plus, you're getting 15 up front for 1 year. Now, people going to come with the bag. So that's what their agency brought to the table. But, of course, they knew Trevor Ariza wasn't going to re-sign with Phoenix. So during this first couple of weeks, like after the first quarter, normally the agents talk with the ownership and they kind of find out the direction of what the team is like looking forward to, plans down the road. Are we talking about working on keeping him? So this is just my view on it because I know how these processes work. So after the quarter of the season, they start to talk with those guys who are going to be free agents at the end of the year to find out who's going to be on the team. Like if you guys, the talk's starting, like if you guys want to get this dialogue to try to work things out, you know, for the end of the year, because they're going to have to know before that all-star break. Because it's like, look, if you're not going to be here, we might can move you and get something for you. So we'll put you on the block and see if anybody's interested if you're not going to stick around. And I guess from the dialogue they received back from the agent of Trevor Ariza is that Trevor has no plans of sticking around in Phoenix. Duh. But so he's going to be on the trading block. And that's why they put these fillers out and they leak it out to the press. Press will start writing it up. So that sends message out to everybody, all the hounds, the bloodhounds, who's looking for that extra player that might get them over the hump. And the Golden State Warriors are looking for that score to come off that bench and be that spark. Plus, when you're on Golden State, you're back getting those national televised games. People get to see you. Not a lot of people get to see you in Phoenix. You score 50 over there. You got a man score 70 points. Don't nobody even know who he is. Score 70 points in a game. Nobody even talks about it. Because he played in Phoenix. He's not going to get 25 minutes a game if he plays for the Lakers. So nowhere he gonna, if he wants 25 minutes a game, he might have to go take the OKC deal. OKC called this morning. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. The Oklahoma City Thunder called Phoenix, James Jones, at like 7 o'clock this morning. West Coast time. That's how serious they was to inquire about James Jones. Inquire about Trevor Ariza. OKC got one thing in mind: defeat Golden State. And I think they're gonna be. They were predicted in a lot of people's drafts, early drafts, to play Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. And I didn't understand it at first. Now I'm seeing it. Like, wow, they really finna push them in there. Okay. They like, screw you, Houston. You tried to screw and buy the championship. We ain't gonna like that. Daryl Morley was getting out of mind. He was like, how much is he? Buying him. How much is that? Buying it. Carmelo Anthony, buying them too. We're gonna beat them Warriors. I know he wish he could have that back. That new NBA owner, like, you promised me a championship. Either that or I'm gonna fire you. I'm a fan of anyone that defeats LeBron James. Mm-hmm. They have the formula to beat Golden State, but not when it counts. It's easy to play Golden State and beat them one night. Trying to beat them 4 times, people have had a hard time doing that. The last time somebody beat them 4 times in a series, they had to go 7 games. And Draymond Green was out a game and Bogut was out a game. Bogut was out like 2 games. So circumstances had to happen. No, Bogues was not trash. He was very vital. As you can see, Tristan Kardashian had the biggest game of his career when Bogues was out. It went down in the game. He had like 25 points, something way past his average. Oh, LeBron tried to. Why do you think LeBron tried to scoop him the very next year? As soon as he get in the game, his leg snapped. After LeBron pulled all those strings to get him on the team. And what happened? His leg snapped and he retired. Snap! He's done. LeBron, I heard it pop. I bet you did, because you was just standing there watching. No, Barbosa was great. He was outstanding, even in the game they lost. You know, I hate that he went out without winning the championship with that 73-9. But it erased the Chicago Bulls out the record books. I want all their records erased. Michael Jordan believes so too. Michael Jordan wanted to. He think the best Chicago Bulls team there was. That he would. That's when he felt like he was at his peak, and they were at their peak. Like he would have loved that team if he had to pick a team to go and battle all the other championship teams. He would want that 1992 team. Now the 96 team on down, that was a special team. That's what he calls that, the special team. Because you had guys like Ron Harper come on the team, Dennis Rodman, you had Tony Kukoc. Like that was just a special blend of guys who knew how to play basketball. '92, the Bulls they have come of age. It was their time. Sorry, but Steph Curry, he respects Randy Brown too. You know, Steph Curry came up here, him and Aisha, to go to the wedding. Oh, no problem, Ron, K. Ron. Pete Myers. I don't know what happened. If he was coaching the Bulls, he was an assistant for a while. They lost Michael Jordan and they picked up Pete Myers. Don't worry, forget Jordan. That's okay. I'm here now. Only team in history that would do something. All them people that was free agents, Bulls come back with Pete Myers. It'll be all right. We got Pete Myers. Pete did his part though, man. I was happy for Pete. Is Mark Jackson a better coach than Steve Kerr though? I don't know. I really don't know how good of a coach Steve Kerr is. You know, he came on the team. It's like Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson never played on a team that wasn't loaded. I don't know how great of a coach Phil is. Phil jumped on the bandwagon and came in and took the job once they fired Doug. The Bulls was going to win anyway. They were going to eventually win anyway. They were getting up there. They just robbed Doug of his opportunity of the team that they had built. They robbed Doug. But Doug was a little too intense. Phil was laid back, reserved, but he kind of backstabbed Doug for the job, I felt. What's wrong with Houston? They don't play defense. And when you get rid of your defensive players and everybody on the team is old or just don't have the heart to compete and they all shooting threes, okay, one guy's got them going, the other guy may not. You're scoring, but you're not stopping anybody from scoring. It's always been the problem. Then you got your point guard who doesn't know how to lead. James Harden don't know how to lead. Chris Paul is just a bad teammate. That's just all it is. Talented player, bad teammate. He's the leader that said, let's take the back way entrance to go in there and go fight Blake Griffin. He's the reason that the Clippers didn't go along and all the infighting was taking place. Bad teammate. Bad teammate. So when the video's over, don't forget you guys could click the link in the description box. Go and click the donation thing and do all that and leave a message. Anthony Davis would be that superstar that would be the biggest trade by the All-Star break. Oh, of course. You see how they got Tyson Chandler, and you see how that's worked out. Tyson Chandler is so overrated. It's ridiculous. Oh, New Orleans is not taking the Lakers deal? They might not. They might take whatever else is on the table. The Lakers going to have to come up with more. But the Lakers are going to get AD anyway, next year or this year, if that's the case. But if I'm AD, I stay. I stay in New Orleans. I sign for that 253. Unless they just saying, look, we're not willing to do the 253. I'd be like, bet. At the end of the year, you go your way, I go my way. Y'all ready for that? You better try to move me right now and get what you can. You'll be like, all right. It's been a stone groove. So today, we're going to talk about, I'm going to see if I can get my mans in here from Queensbridge. And he's finna talk about Queens and everything. We're going to get into it, and y'all can hear it live. We're going to talk about Queensbridge today. And we will cover some boxes. So anybody from New York that want to talk borough talk, we're going to be talking that borough talk. We're going to be talking that Queens talk. That's right, Don. It's going down. And we got to shoot that info out, so I got you. Meanwhile, check out the Puffy video that's up there too. I don't even know if I slept. I think I slept a couple of hours. Well, go ahead and go to work, and then tonight is going down. Plus, if you miss it, you know it's gonna be the video, so you can watch